What's up? What's up? Welcome to SEO this week, episode number 32. This last week I didn't number it right. Put it as 30, but that was 31. Today's 32. So woohoo. Busting around on the internet, checking things out, and honestly, for like I think I just close it. Hello, Zoom, where'd you go? Yeah, technical difficulties here today. There it is. Ta-da. All right, so as I was saying, not much going on in the SEO space these days. A lot of, I mean, as it were, it's kind of the same old, same old. If you watched SEO Fight Club the other day, frankly, I'm just getting tired of the bullshit in our community. And mainly it's, I mean, every day the community seems like all it's designed or happy doing is bitching about shit. And frankly, that just wears on you. I mean, what are you gonna do about it? So I'm reading the news, reading all the updates and stuff that's come out. I still have that whole system that I still have that old system that generates news and looks at sites and all that stuff set up with Feedly. So I'm still on top of stuff. So that's cool. I did get I'm getting blown up. I did get a bunch of information on in regards to some indexing stuff that people are noticing, etc. I was gonna do like a supplemental video for that. Holy Jesus. I need to shut this off. It's gonna drive me nuts. I was gonna do that, but and the short version is in regards to that, I was using a bunch of indexers, Omega, Speed Links, VIP, all those ones that Ted has connected in Quora, the Search Console submit URL, the Search Console indexing API, and all of them. And I'm still seeing plenty of examples where a page will be indexed, air quotes, in the search or in Search Console, but it won't be indexed in the search engine. So the idea, or my idea, that activity is happening because they're based off of two different indexes probably still holds true. And then I submitted again to the indexers, and the URL is now in both Search Console and the search results. So we just got to see now where it ends up ranking. And so that process, if you guys are running into that and you're seeing a lot of issues with that, I would kind of stick with it. And if you have to nowadays, submit to the indexers a couple times. And that'll save you some drama there. Hopefully. Let me see. I know that I'm getting sound, but there's a couple of reports, people saying that they don't have any sound. But I listen to the video and I get the feedback and they heard me. So if you guys don't have sound, if you have sound issues this time, it's not me. Let's see what else. The Corey course, the Topical Authority. Let me make sure it's the right one. Yeah, I'll open it up. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Corey and his ideas on topical authority, etc. But he's finally released a course. He was doing a whole bunch of, I mean, he called them case studies, but really it was like a really stupid high level overview of this thing that he was doing. And then as part of that high level overview, he's making arguments for topical authority. And he did those over a great deal of time. As a matter of fact, you can watch a lot of his videos and stuff, and he talks like stupid, heady. His accent is really hard, so I always joke around with him that he needs a Corey translator. But he's talking really heady. He's not talking in practical, you can do X, Y, and Z and accomplish this. It's more, I did this stuff under the guise of this really academic process that I came up with through my research, and then this is my results. And that's his case studies. But it was an interesting idea nonetheless, right? And if you remember when I was talking about semantic phrases and grams and all that stuff based off of Corey stuff, what Jimmy Kelly is showing, and a few other people. I mean, the whole topic in itself is actually really interesting, and we know it works because you can use tools like phrase, ClearScopes, and inlinks to semantically. Well, you can add all that and the topical related content, right? And then you can build silos and use that topical related stuff, and you rank really well. And so that information, in my opinion, is really valuable. And Corey has launched his course now, and it was $997. So much I paid for it. I bought it today. So I just want to show you the course. I got no there's no affiliate relationship or anything. I'm just going to show you, kind of think of it like an unboxing, and you can see if it's worth it to you. So with that, this is what you get to see when you first come in. I'm going to move this out of the way so I can see questions that come up. All right. So you first come in, you're going to land here. You get this topical authority. Good, that didn't work. So here's all his case studies, air quotes. I mean, like, he's covering a lot of stuff, but these ones that with case studies, honestly, I didn't get a whole lot out of, because he was just, this is I ranked and I did X, Y. I did holistic SEO and here's how I got rankings, but there's no how you did holistic SEO, for example, especially in a lot of those case study ones. Here's some of the interview stuff. And then some more case study stuff. And that's all part of this course library that he's got. So let's go into the product. First, you see he's got his biography, and I guess people have been asking for 2 years for him to do a course. I know I asked a couple times. But it's good. I mean, in my opinion, I think it's good because he's a good researcher and he's taking some fundamental stuff that is actually it's kind of pain in the ass to understand this stuff. And then if you're like a business owner or an SEO just trying to make your way, you might not necessarily need to know all the fundamentals of like linguistics and all that stuff. So we have this categories. Let's click on some of this stuff. This is an unboxing for me. I haven't even done this myself. And announcements. That's interesting. It's blank. So you got all this information. There's a support email, blah, blah, blah. I like the back end. It's pretty clean. The biography. This is audio. 735, just him essentially talking about himself and some of his qualms that he has with the industry. And then you finish that and read it. Introduction guide. And here's where I ran. And as soon as I got into it, boom, this error comes up. It's on all the videos. And he's in Turkey and I'm not. So I don't know what's in that video. Fundamentals of semantic SEO. This is a lot of text. There's some mind map stuff in there, but you can see it's got a lot of detailed information. And essentially this here, I like this because it seems like a little dumbed down and basic understanding. Semantic SEO and topical authority instructions. Video doesn't work. Video doesn't work. Corey's framework. 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes. So it's not really super long, which I appreciate. I'm kind of a, get to the point kind of dude. So these 3 to 5 minute videos are actually right up my alley. As a matter of fact, I think this one, lecture 25, is 12 minutes. And then the next longest, the ones that are long are actually towards the end of the course, or the end of the video series down here with, where are they? Yeah, 17 minutes. Creating quality nodes for changing search engine perceptives. So that's pretty good. I mean, the videos would be nice to be able to watch today, but I'll have to contact support and ask him what the hell's up. Or try a different browser. I could try a different browser and see if that's the browser that's doing it. Let's try. Stop jar. Probably need to stop giving my email out to everybody. Let's see. Log in. Try a different browser. Copy, paste password. Video product. Videos. Hey, that's working. Yeah, it's my browser. Ghost. I think I'm going to have to switch from Ghost. I recommend it a lot. I like Ghost a lot, but they're not updating stuff and it's causing these issues when navigating sites. So I think I'm going to end up going to multi-login. I don't like multi-login. I didn't like it when I first tried it because you had to, you exit out of things, and Ghost you can leave things open, but at the end of the day, if it's ending fucking up my fundamental access to websites, and it's kind of useless to me. So here's the mind map. Let's show it. Let's see what it is. Fancy. No, I'm not going to zoom in so you guys can see it. Let's see what else we got. See, semantic SEO topical authority framework. See, look, these videos are really short. Let's see, this is 5 minutes. Corey's framework in 5 minutes. I like it. Simple, fast, and to the point. So I don't know. I can't say right now, hey, go drop $1,000 on it. If you're an SIA, I'd probably tell you, if you don't want to drop $1,000 on it and you want to get some of the concepts and the test results from it, don't worry. I will be doing testing of these things. And we can kind of put it together for you. Obviously, when I do testing of course stuff, I don't outline the exact thing that the people taught. I outline the thing that I got out of it, right? So if Corey is teaching, let's say he's semantic or topical authority, let's go, what's his Corey's framework? We'll use Corey's framework. And I like it, and I test Corey's framework, and I'm like, hey, this is kind of pretty cool. When we get a result from it, then I'll actually look at what parts of those frameworks are really doing the heavy lifting. And I test those on an individual basis, and then put that into my on-page process. In this case, this topical stuff is all on page. I put that into that on-page process and get everything going. And so I think that'll, if you're in the in SIA, you'll get some benefit out of it if you just can't afford the drop $1,000. And I'm not doubting you. Just, $1,000 is a lot for a lot of people. Hell, it was a lot for me until I got my invoices paid today. Now let's see. So that'll be good if you're an SIA member. It'll still be good for you. There's a question in here. Who is it? John. Is the course dumbed down? From listening to it, I'll be honest, it's like somebody talked to him and his and they've done some audio stuff that essentially eliminated a lot of his accent issues, which has made it hard for me to understand him. I think they did some audio processing and stuff to do that. I think that's awesome. With the indication of the videos, 7 minutes, 5 to 7 minute videos, I would argue that, yeah, this course is probably dumbed down, which is good. Boris, do you think it's too technical? I mean, if people invest in team time to learn stuff, it's difficult to understand and implement. Yeah, I don't, again, I haven't been through the whole thing, right? He does have a history of talking like, I'm going to talk to my audience up here. The rest of the audience is like right here, right? It's like talking to fucking Elon Musk about flux capacitors for the SpaceX rockets, or you know what I mean? Right? And overly complex to seem overly smart. I get it, dude. We know you're smart. We know you understand this stuff. But give it to us, the masses, so we know how to understand it. And I think, based off of the format of the videos, that this is going to be actionable for sure. Now, if it turns out to not be that way, then I'll definitely come back and say such. If you want to wait before getting it, that's fine. He's got something in there where like 1,000 people can buy it for the lifetime, and he's planning on doing a OMG model where you have to pay every year to maintain access or get updates or whatever. I'm not sure how that's going to work. It's Core. He's changed his mind like 4 times, but if you're not worried about that and you want to wait for me to get through it and then give you my real impressions after I watch the stupid thing, that's fine too. If anything, I know a couple of people in my mastermind have gotten it too, and we'll actually dumb a lot of it down on our own too, because we're teaching VAs and we're not intentionally not teaching them SEO, but we're not going to waste a whole lot of time doing this. We want to bust out all the actionable stuff and how it applies to our process. Definitely needs to be dumbed down. The videos made it for really hard to understand for me. Yeah, Lori, you're not lying. I watched those videos too, and it was like watching someone read stereo instructions. That's what those videos in the affiliate lab for me were. Dan, I've been thinking about Session Switcher instead of Ghost as well. Yes, Session Splitter. I'll have to check that one out. You say Session Splitter. I think I'm gonna just email the Ghost people and give them one more shot, because they're really good people, but they haven't updated the browser in Ghost. Session Splitter. This thing looks like multi-session or whatever it's called. This looks like a ghetto ass script. Yeah, I would probably hate Session Splitter. Not gonna lie. Choose the most private, secure web browsers out there. Secure full printer Chrome on Google Chrome. Yeah, it just looks so ghetto, dude. Let's see. What is better, Inlinks or WordLift? I know they're approaching from different angles. Jesus Christ. As soon as I started talking, all my allergies went nuts. Got like, all right, what's better, Inlinks or WordLift? I know the different approaches, different angles. If you use them, I've used both. I'm an Inlinks. I like Inlinks. It's kind of a for what that is. I don't use any of the JavaScript stuff part of Inlinks. Like I don't want it writing my schema for me. I don't want it doing my interlinking for me. You get used to that, and then you get lazy, and then you find that you found a better tool for your purposes, and you shut off Inlinks, and then all your shit's gone. All your internal linking and all that stuff's gone because you deleted their script. So I don't do that, but I do use their internal linking recommendations from inside, and then go apply those manually. So that works. WordLift, same thing. You can use that, and you the fundamental part of WordLift that I like is the glossary creation. And what ended up happening is if you take off the plugin after you cancel, you lose all your glossary. So I'd rather just use the concept that WordLift is doing, and then build tags or category pages using that. Just the same thing. But I haven't used WordLift in quite some time. I use Inlinks. Let's see. I guess these topical authority content's not relevant to local SEO stuff. Like how can you you can do it for local, but the primary subject of the topical silo, for lack of a better word, would actually be your city. Because your service pages, right, and your homepage and your service pages and your location page are all talking about the service you're authoring, in your case, Boris Plumbers. And then your topical authority would actually be what people are calling geo pages. I call them area supporting pages. Call them whatever the fuck you want, but essentially things to do, everything that's building relevance for the city. That's where that topical authority stuff would come in for local. Black Jays have decided to wait, as with currency exchange, dropping 1K is too much. Yeah, I mean, I used to be in the same boat. I'm not money shaming you. If $1,000 too much for you, $1,000 too much for you. I will say that I've bought thousands of courses, hundreds of courses. You guys know I used to do a lot of Black Hat and was in Black Hat forums and stuff. So like most people, I had a hard drive full of hopes and dreams of downloaded courses from group buys and all that stuff. So I mean, I get it. But it's the courses, in my opinion, where I had to invest a great deal of money to get access to, where I got the most value out of. And if I looked at, like the Affiliate Lab was pretty decent. Bill Authority Hacks, really decent. Glenn Allstop's course, and the OMG series, access to Jimmy Kelly. I mean, that's $5,000 right there, just the ones I listed, right? And now Core A's, which makes $6,000. If you take those and combine and look at the value that I got out of those 6 courses versus those other hundreds of courses that I downloaded or that I paid for, by far the 6 courses were much better. So I'm not saying go give up your rent payment by all means, but I would say if you don't have $1,000 to get a good course, and I'm not saying it's a good course because I haven't been through it. But if you don't have $1,000 to get through a good course, find a way to make $1,000 so you can get a good course. Go log in. That's a different one. Thank you, Aaron. Go log in. Put that down there. Hope it's not ghetto like Dan's. Jeez, Dan, cheap ass with your ghetto software. Create, manage multiple browser profiles. Separate profiles, teamwork, auto surfing, marketing, learning development. Does it use auto detect browser for multi? Pricing $50 a month for 300 browser. Oh, that's not too bad at all, actually. I don't need that many. I'm not like some of you madmen with 50 of them. It's Garrett's. That's why I recognize it. Garrett's. Emily, thank you for sharing all the knowledge bombs. What happens if I optimize a page multiple times a day and publish on WordPress rather than publish all the optimization? Nothing. Really what's affected there is the crawl rate. And if you submit it over and over and over again, eventually all it's going to do is just one time and it'll go crawl it and see it's done. So you can do them together or one at a time. Nothing's going to happen. I know there are some people who claim that they see instant changes in optimization from on page and stuff, but that's hasn't been the case for me for my almost 900 sites now for quite some time. So I do on-page optimization and then I'll be like, oh shit, I forgot that. And I'll go do that. And oh shit, I forgot that. And I still have to wait a couple days to a week to see the results of that. Even see it updated in the search results. And then on top of that, to see the bounce in the rankings. So yeah, knock yourself out. How do you approach an organization that has multiple business units, GMBs, in almost the exact same location with schema? It's like a campus with multiple different buildings. That's fine. Really, it's each building has its own unique address. And as long as they don't have like services, like there isn't a plumber and then a plumber, new roofing, new construction plumber and a regular plumber, in the same thing, they won't compete with each other. Same categories. That's what I was looking for. Those are not the same categories, and they have different addresses. In the schema, you just annotate the different addresses, and you'll be fine. Is advanced schema tier 1? No, I don't think so. The thing that you could test is keeping a template for your organization with as the publisher. So web page from Topical Relevance. I don't know if you guys know what Topical Relevance is. I haven't talked about it in a long time. So we go to Topical Relevance. Damn it. Who's got to log in? Save my stuff. I tried to buy this. I think I'm going to do like a, what is it, GoFundMe, so I can buy this stupid thing from him. All right, so you got topical relevance, right? And then you pick your keyword, and we'll just do entity density calculator. And then you have the about and mention stuff, right? So in here, you would put published by, and then organization and the author. Those will have links to you as well. And that would be good for tier ones that you pay for, like expensive tier ones. You know what I mean? If you're just getting like the $50 trash show guest post, then go ahead and do it and use the backlink. But if it's expensive tier ones, let's say you're lucky enough to get, as an example, something on Fox, for example. I doubt it, but if let's say you got something on Fox, then you can interlink the schemas on your page, your author bio, with your article on your Fox News, and now that's the same as, and you're establishing authority and trust by that link. So to answer your question, Corey, it could be worth the time if the site's important enough for it to matter. Make sense? But don't make it as part of your standard. I want to do this for all of my tier ones. No, don't do that. And it wouldn't necessarily be advanced, right? You saw how I'd make it. That would not take you any time at all to knock that out. Just build a nice little template, and you'll be all set. Are you using a plugin to implement schema in WordPress? I use InLink. Should I remove the InLink schema if doing it your way? If you're writing schema my way, you probably got a better schema than what InLinks is giving you. I use header footer control manager for it, or SEO Press Pro. And I say or because I have some clients that are on Yoast, and you can use ad ID and intermix with the Yoast stuff and with your advanced stuff without having to write all of it, which is pretty cool. So header footer control manager takes care of that. And then with SEO Press Pro, there's a custom section where you can drop your custom schema in there. And then SEO Press Pro, I turn on the breadcrumbs schema, so I don't have to write that, and it takes care of that for me. But yeah, I don't use that InLink schema. Let's see. One of my sites is slowly losing traffic over the last year not because of updates, even though I doubled the content. What could be the reason? You're not building backlinks to all your content. That's the first place I would start. I would look at the backlinks to all your content. If you're doubling the content and you're not ranking, it's because you're more than likely it's going to be your internal links or suck. They're probably based off of related posts, previous posts, that kind of stuff, and that's not good internal linking because it goes away and it rotates. And then you probably don't build backlinks to each one of those pieces of content. 25 to 50 referring domains based off of the competition of your niche. You got to make that decision yourself, but you got to promote that content. If you don't promote it and you don't link to it internally, then Google's not going to index it, and Google certainly is not going to rank it. About a lifetime license for Logi browser. It's good, but nothing is as good as Yoast. Yeah, I agree, Jim. The functionality of Ghost is awesome. I love Ghost, and the functionality of it, the workspaces and all that stuff. It's just, I am running into more and more issues where the websites just aren't working. And it's really annoying to have to go through the process of, is it Ghost or is it the website? Do I complain to the website owners, or do I complain to Ghost? And it's just, it's getting ridiculous at this point. Maybe if we all just beat up the Ghost support lady, they'll update the browser. That would be awesome. If they updated the browser, I bet you most of these issues would go away. I'm curious, do you think Google observes SEO experts in courses and industry overall, and they might consider change something or some concepts stop working and exploited? It's a tinfoil hat thing, right? So let's take Kyle Roof, for example. He did that lorem ipsum thing in SEO Signals Lab. Google didn't care. Roger Monte Roger Monti wrote an article outing Kyle Root's tests to the world, and brought that to the forefront in front of a lot of agency types and in-house SEO types and Google types. And essentially, that's his publishing platform. Whatever you think about Roger Monti, that platform that he works on does have Google people that read it. So the result of that was all of Kyle's test sites were ripped out of were penalized. And Google didn't just go for one. Google said, oh, you did it here, and oh, here's these other 15. And then they changed the guidelines saying you can't use gibberish text, so lorem ipsum tests, and we will penalize you if you do that, right? So in that one particular case, Google did read that news. Now, are they going and finding courses and figuring that stuff out? I don't think so. Maybe there's some people in there that are in SEO that are actively doing it, and they're learning some stuff and trying to, and they'll buy some courses and stuff. But I don't think that's as a Google employee. And I think it's just arrogance to think that like they're watching SEO Fight Club and they're going to make changes because of the SEO Fight Club. That's just pure ego and arrogance talking. It's not happening. So no, I don't. Short of the only way that they affect change in that way would be to get into a publication online or TV show or whatever and say, look what I did, here's how we're doing it, and this is how we exploited Google to rank some more money. And then they would intentionally go and fix that so that you couldn't do it, so people couldn't leverage it and exploit Google. But buying courses and stuff, no, I don't think they are, as a general rule, to do it. Is there Google employees buying individual SEO courses? I imagine there are, because not all those people are in SEO, and certainly not all of those people are involved in the writing of the algorithm. But they could be working for Google and then leveraging their interests for let's say the PPC folks that are leveraging their interest in ranking for Google. Or the quality rater guidelines, and they're like, oh, this is interesting, and then they see some stuff, and so they go buy some courses and that stuff. I mean, that can certainly happen, but are they actively targeting SEOs and exploit and that kind of stuff, or watching YouTube shows like mine and, oh, that guy's really smart, let's go stop that so we make him look dumb, ha ha ha? No, they're not doing. How do you keep track of SEO changes on a site effectively? Say 12 months project with multiple people adding new content, making changes, keep track of those overlaps. A damn good project manager in that case. And a tool like ClickUp or GetScrum, those will come in really, really handy. Over that 12-month period, though, the making changes, etc., I mean, you're going to lose a lot of that, but if you do that 12-month plan ahead of time and then essentially force everyone to stick to it, and then there's only one strategist changing the strategy, all that can work together, and then you don't necessarily have to keep track of every minutiae detail that happens, like new content being added and that kind of stuff, because you have one strategy. And then you outline that in your project management software and your PM, make sure that that's getting done. And what I do with our team is I tell them, this is the strategy and you're going to follow it. If during the course of implementing my strategy, you come up with a better idea and you think that it'll work, go test it and then figure out if that idea is scalable, i.e., if you come up with an idea and you don't want to do it to all 300-400 clients, then it's not scalable. It's got to be able to be done for everybody. And that's how we handle it. Let's see, Corey. I have a mat release quoted. Jesus, don't do it, Corey. Yeah, I bought one of those stupid things. Total ass, complete waste of time. Didn't do shit for traffic generation. Most of the URLs inside of it don't index, and we got 0 rankings or traffic improvement from it. Don't waste your money, Corey. Jeff, are you saying 50 20, 25 to 50 links to each piece of content you create? Yes. What types of links should that be? I go for referring domains. And I'm not trying to rank it, right? I just want some referring domains. So I use SEO Autopilot, high quality bookmarks. There's a little function in there. There's bookmarks, and then there's bookmarks high quality. I use the high quality ones, and then I have my own network of PBNs, and I use those for that. And it's just referring domains. I'm not trying to rank it. Just want referring domains so it stays indexed. And that combination has worked like gangbusters for me. I got the idea of the 50 referring domains from Ted Kabitis. I just made it easier, smarter, and faster. And it's been working ever since I did it. Now there's a whole bunch of people teaching it, and because I've been expressing it, and Lee Witcher and Ted Kabitis are like, hey, 50, 25. Ted came up with the idea of 50. He was doing PHPs for his e-commerce thing. He had his PHP site, and he's using the Google merchant script, and it was essentially think RSS feeds. So every time a new product would come out, the new merchant script would come out, and it would make pages on these 50, and that helped him rank. He told that story, and I just figured out a way to do it without having to buy a whole lot of PBNs and stuff. I did ultimately buy some domain links for that, but I'm not using it like a PBN. When I get done with the core course, and if you guys are in the What Ranks or SIA, and you get the update for that, you'll see those domains. I'll show you, and you'll see how I'm using Corelite to build those 25 to 50 backlinks, and it's easy as shit when you do it like that. I love the fact that Kyle uses that case study, uses that case with Google to promote himself. I'm the only one people. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. I mean, everyone, when you get that much exposure, and then Google makes it, it's easy to put that together and say, hey, that's what happened. I think anyone who can look at that and go, oh, it says no lorem ipsum, no junk, and then after they de-index, I think they penalized, manual spam penalized like 15 of his test domains at once, not just the one that he ranked. There was 15 of them. And Kyle, being Kyle, he went out and made a bunch more, and they're all still ranking just fine, like #1 positions for the same type of keyword. So if you look at those together, I think he's doing awesome. I mean, he's also talking about having the patent for testing. Ironically, I own that patent now. Dory and I own that patent because the SIA paid for that patent. Dory did all the submission stuff, and they got that patent for SIA. So, and I own it now. So that's it's smart marketing, and I think if you take some lessons from there, and you look at smart marketers that are doing really well, and there's a lot of lessons that can be learned in there for you to market yourselves or to turn out tips for your clients, right? So in the SEO space, getting Google to add that rule, and that they didn't necessarily get them to do it, but they did it. I think they did it unnecessarily, but they did it, and then to turn that into a what is it? A promotion tool. I think it was smart as fuck. I think it's good. So, hey, did you buy the course? Yes. Went over that. All right. Let's see. Follow up. Question. How good those 25 backlinks to me would book? Yeah. How good do they have to be? Social bookmarks, that high quality list. Let me see if he's got it on there. I think he's got it. SEO, AP. Let's see, SEO autopilot. I'm trying to find the domain list. I don't know if he has it. Features, Turbo Wizard, algorithm. They do not. Well, they have this part here, so you can see what I'm talking about. In the zoom, if you see in that thing is changing colors, in that picture, you see social bookmarks high quality, right? Those are the ones that I use. And they're all graded like these are, and you're not going to be able to see this. Go to the page yourself and you'll see it. But they're all graded by domain authority. And then and all of them are above 40. And it's sites like Pinterest and Patch and a couple others that are in there that are really good. So I just use that. And then my diagram is it's on a server, so I guys can't show you my own personal diagram, but on the diagram it's money site, and then I have social bookmarks high quality, two of them pointing to the money site. And that builds roughly 20 to 25 backlinks, social bookmarking backlinks. And so that's in it. I think it takes care of like 50. No, it takes care of like 10 to 15 referring domains with just that. Okay. So you got that. And then the other one you can use is Ranker X. And these guys do have their site list, or they did, on here. Ranker X is pretty much like SEO autopilot. But this one's weirder. If that makes sense. This one's like a SaaS, right? And you can use Ranker X and you can get some. And then you can do what I did is I just bought some domains and then I use those too. Make sense? Let's see, Boris. So the resource for the concept to link to each piece of that is SIA, or in some of the resources to the concept. I haven't taught that in the course form yet. I'm doing it when I update the Quora course. So my Quora course will be talking about Quora. And then I'm going to show how to use the Quora tools for link building, because everyone just thinks, oh, they're just on page, but you can actually do a lot of link building with those. And in order to teach you that, I have to show you the 50 to 25 links thing. So in that case, that's when you get it. So you can join SIA and get access to it when I release it, or you can wait till I publish the updates and sell it on What Ranks. SIA, join the membership. It's like $4.97 plus 97 or something like that a month, and then you get the new tests and the old tests and the community and all that stuff. Or you just buy it one-off on What Ranks. It's up to you. Do you tier that diagram? No, I don't. Not in those cases, no. The reason I don't tier an SEO autopilot is because it's really hard to control the anchor text in each tier. If they added that feature, that would be dope. Then I could do the tiers in a diagram. tier 1s, tier 2s, and tier 3s. Each of them have their own anchor text set. If you could set that in the software, it'd be awesome. You can do that with GSA, but it's GSA. The learning curve is pretty rough. So I wouldn't teach people or recommend that people go out and try that in the tier stuff. But it's easier to set up that anchor text analysis setup in GSA than it is Autopilot. Oh, geez. So you don't need to do it in Autopilot. Let's see. No other questions? Sweet. Good one. All right, so I'm going to finish today on the YouTube thing. I will watch the Core course again. There's 5 to 10-minute videos. There's Jesus, how many? Lecture 85 of them. The last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are actually pretty long. But what I'll do is I'm gonna watch it, and then if you watch the recap thing, if you watch the spring training recap and all that, I'll probably do something like that for you guys here. I'll record that though. I won't do it live, and then you guys can watch it and make a decision for yourself if that's something you want to buy. I think that would be easier all around, right? So you can make a decision for yourself. Is it something I want to buy? You want to maybe it has an idea for your business that you can implement or whatever. I think that'll probably be the best. Again, I'm not going to give out all of his ideas and all that stuff. I'm just going to write my notes and things that I picked up, and I'll give you some of the highlights, and then you decide if you want to buy it. That seems like a good way to do it. And the only reason I'm doing this for this course, you guys know I haven't done this for any other courses. It's just because there's a lot of people and there's a lot of interest in it right now, and it's kind of trending in our community. So I'll do that for you guys. Right? I invest the money in it. At least I'll turn it into a little bit of a piece of content for you. Let's see. Derek Foreman. Should I change Canonical from listing products to categories in my shop? No. Leave your canonicals, canonicals to the category page, products canonical to the product page. What you can do is use a schema called significant link, and link with that schema, significant link. If I get enough comments in the after this the YouTube video is done, enough people in the comments say that they want me to do it, I'll do another video just showing how to do this. But you can use significant link on all your product pages to link to your category pages. Think silo, but you're doing schema to do it. And that'll boost your category pages, and it will help, depending on your on-page optimization of your category pages, it'll help the rankings of your category page, which Google, as we all know, likes category pages more than they like for some of the high traffic terms than they do actual specific product pages. So all of that significant link schema from all your products going to your category page will essentially close the loop for your internal linking. It'll be really good. So again, if you want me to show you guys that, just leave in the comments after the episode's over, and then I'll try to knock that out this week for you guys. Pretty easy. It's a good schema. All right. With that, folks, thank all you all for coming. Appreciate you watching. If you get the Core course, let me know in the comments, and then I'm in his Discord. You guys ping me in the Discord, and we'll create a little channel or something for ourselves in there, and kind of go over the topics together and see what we can learn. It'll be awesome.